Hey guys, how's it going, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be looking at a game between Dignitas and JJ Rocks. That's apparently Jack, Jorias and Stizzy up against Mark by 8, Rixie and Stake. This game was game 1 from their matchup in the first day of the past RLCS regional main event. Now this was a matchup to make top 8, so huge stakes, well, both in JJ Rocks and just in general in this match. And we're going to watch this from apparently Jack's POV because he's got a great look at a lot of the action that does happen, mostly in the second half of this game, but honestly all the way through. What you're going to see in this game is one of the most ridiculous shot totals that's ever happened in RLCS. Oh, a nice goal by Jack to kick things off as well. Very nicely done there with a solo play. We're also going to see some ridiculous saves, and in particular one crazy streak of saves by JJ Rocks. I'll tell you more about the numbers in just a bit, but yeah, unbelievable game. You guys have to see this one. I know a lot of you guys miss some of the day 1 action. It's hard to follow all the day 1 action in RLCS with there being so many matches happening at the same time, and obviously there's no mainstream. I do view party day 1s for RLCS, so if you are interested in trying to follow along with the day 1 action, you're welcome to do so with me on my stream. I try to follow along, mostly just jumping around different matches, changing the channel, and keeping up with all the scenarios on Wikipedia, day 1, quals, etc. But yeah, this is a big match. This is a really, really important match. Earlier in this day, so far, Dignitas, who are the favorites in this one, they were not having the easiest time in their group. They lost to GK again, so they'd already lost twice in a row to GK. In the 2 times they played before this weekend. Well, actually, they played twice this weekend, finally got the revenge. But at the moment that we're watching this, they'd just come off their 3rd straight loss to GK. Joyo, Archie, and Oli. Oli back in the Batmobile last weekend. And this put them on their last life, so their lower bracket up against Synergy, who are putting up their best event of the season. Synergy, not Synergy. Synergy did actually put up their best event of the season, but I'm getting them mixed up. It's JJ Rocks, who are putting up their best event of the season. A lot of Spanish players, a lot of Spanish teams doing very well here, but this is a full Spanish roster, and they're all very solid players, experienced main event players. Marked by 8 and Stake, going way back to RLCS Season X. Rixie's been a solid main event mainstay for a couple seasons now as well, so these guys are not an easy team to go up against. And yes, Dignitas are the favorites, but they've got to lock in here, coming off a loss up against a team who are just fresh off a win. Actually a win against a new BDS, so that's pretty cool for JJ Rocks to, well, Marked by 8 especially, to beat his old organization. BDS are back, but it's Matt, Nico, and oh, I'm forgetting who their 3rd is. This is really bad of me. Is it Mitzer? I think it might be Mitzer. But yeah, lots of new teams and kind of trying to break through and be that next big team up. JJ Rocks are one of them. Yeah, this is a really close series. Now we're tied 1-1 here in game 1, and Dignitas are going to try to get a second one back. But what you're going to see, I'm going to look at the scoreboard here just quickly. What you're going to see throughout this game is a crazy save total racking up. So JJ Rocks, pay attention. That's their 4th save of the game there. Marked by 8 just got their 4th save. Good save as well, stopping Jarius from putting Dignitas ahead. Now, from this point onwards, they get so many saves. In fact, it ramps up like crazy as we get later into the game. There we go. They've got 5 saves now, but they do concede to go 2-1 down. So that's, yeah, 5 saves. Nothing crazy. I mean, nothing unusual here. You might be thinking, Johnny, what are you talking about? This game's pretty normal, right? There's nothing. I mean, yeah, a good goal by apparently Jack. Nice back and forth, pretty competitive match. But what are we watching? Why is this a crazy game? But it's from this point onwards. I keep looking at the scoreboard as Jack gets faked out there, and now here come JJ Rocks looking for the tie game. 1 more save for Jack, and now look at this: 5 saves for JJ Rocks, 7 saves for Dignitas. 1 minute to go in regulation. Now, what if I were to tell you that from now until the winning goal of this game, Dignitas only put up 1 more save? So they're on 7 right now. They only get 1 more for the rest of the game. And JJ Rocks get 18 more. So they've got 5 saves. They get another 18 between now and the end of the game. Dignitas right now just chilling out with 13 shots. They just put up their 13th shot there. I think they finish off, if I remember correctly, with more than 30 shots to their name. There's another one off the crossbar. Yeah, there's a little bit of crossbar challenge happening in this match, or in this game especially for Dignitas. But credit to JJ Rocks and some stellar zero boost defense for extended periods of time. So many times in this regulation, well, it remains, and well, in this regulation in total, and in overtime especially, that they're completely on the back foot with almost no boost, and they're somehow surviving. But when, yeah, obviously we're not going to get a 0-second goal, or the save totals and the shot totals I'm talking about would be impossible. So you already know this is going to overtime. That's what this game's about. It's one of the craziest overtimes that you're going to see. And I feel like that's something that can happen, especially in Rocket League 3v3, is just these long overtimes after really normal games, sometimes high-scoring games, where it's on a knife edge for the entire overtime. Thinking back to Vitality versus Rule 1 in Boston, that was one of the most memorable, where one team is really putting the pressure on the other. Vitality putting pressure on Rule 1. Rule 1 did get their looks, and JJ Rocks will get theirs. But Dignitas absolutely put tons of pressure on their opponents here. And they just could not get the goal for the longest time. So they're just peppering the net here. All the saves are coming through. And it's okay to do this, of course, to just keep the opponents honest. Whoa, maybe not to double commit like that. That's one of the first big mistakes with their pressure that they made, but it looks like they are going to still be able to keep JJ Rocks in defense, because look at how little boost they've got, just absolutely none. Dignitas keep stealing the big boosts away, all the small boosts, and they keep the attack going pretty quickly is the key to keep pressure like this. If you want to get better at putting pressure on your opponents in Rocket League, some of the things you need to do are sticking the ball back into the danger area quickly. If you realize the opponents are out of boost, the faster you can get the ball back into a dangerous position, the less time they've got to grab big pads, small pads, and just generally reposition and recover. And also the more urgency they have to use their boost to get back into position. If you're taking a long time to keep the attack going, if you're going all the way back into your half and then trying to pick up the attack again, the opponents will not have had to rush into position, use boost, and often waste boost panicking. And that's one thing that Dignitas did do quite well in this overtime. Of course, I'll mention, if you guys do want to improve your own game, best way to do that, in my humble and unbiased opinion, is with thenextrank.com, myself and apparently Jack's Rocket League course. Join the Discord, check out all of the testimonials that our current members have been putting up. Shout out to everybody who has bought the course. We just had, actually, shout out especially to, is it Ultra, I always get this wrong, Slab on Ultra Wide, who just tweeted at me today saying he's gone up from Diamond 3 to Champ 3 in 1v1 in one day after getting the course. So yeah, congrats to you, that's a crazy run, and good luck to everybody else on the grind. Link to description. Oh, what a save marked by 8. Had some unbelievable saves in this game, that was one of them. Let's take a look at the save updates. What are we at? So they're up to 14 saves now. It was 5 with just a minute to go in regulation. They've had 9 more since then. Mentioned they're going to get 18 more before the end of this game, so we've got a ways to go yet. And JJ Rocks really defending from deep. This is not the popular way for most teams to play in the world of Rocket League right now. Most teams, especially online, will try to have a high defensive line, but game 1, and especially in an overtime like this, can bring this out of teams where they're afraid to make a mistake, afraid to overextend, and also just feeling the pressure going up against a team like Dignitas. Jory is with the reset. Stake with the zero boost save. Everybody's committed, but somehow Dignitas cannot get the ball through. Their shots are going up. That's 10 for Jory, is no goals for him, 9 for Jack, just the 1 goal. Another save by Mark by 8. And Rixie and Stake are both panicking. Free shot for Stizzy. Is this the winner? No, it's defended on the back wall. But these guys are just trying to survive. Now Jack's slowing the play down. Another smart thing he can do against teams who can't really challenge because they don't have too much boost available. Slow the game down, make it awkward for them. Try and it's all about getting the ball in awkward positions. But for all of their consistent offense and for all of the pressure they're putting on, Dignitas cannot find the back of the net. Some inaccuracy with their shooting, some exceptional defense, and particularly goalkeeping coming out of JJ Rocks, and we still don't have a game winner. What are they up to now? They're up to 18 saves. That's 13 since we checked in with a minute to go in regulation. JJ Rocks. And 25 shots for Dignitas. Here comes another one. Rixie with a stop. Now, one criticism I would have for Dignitas based on this performance is that they maybe shot the ball in positions where goalkeepers could get them more often than they should have. And sometimes you just need to pepper the net and eventually a goal will go in. But in games like this, where the other team are defending, or at least goalkeeping, super well, making it awkward is more important, I think, than putting it on target. So a lot of these shots maybe could just go into awkward positions. And what I mean by that is, instead of shooting on target in a position a goalkeeper might be able to save it, just try and put the ball in a position the goalkeeper can't easily access, even if it's not on target. Could be wide, behind them. Oh, the ball's at the goal line and cleared. Rixie guiding into the corner. Yeah, behind goalkeepers is always an awkward position for them to deal with. Over players' heads, very awkward to deal with as well, especially if you're in, well, a rank below pro play. It can be very awkward for your opponents to jump directly up in the air. Hard for them to see what's happening, and they're often not comming at all with their teammates, or very well. And although pro players might get the information they need that they can't necessarily see on their screen, your opponents that you run into in Rocket League will probably not have that information, that they're more likely to panic. But okay, saves update, 7-7, that's 20 saves. They've had 15 since we checked in with a minute to go. Just unbelievable stuff. And still only 7 saves for Dig. This entire time Dignitas have not had a save. And again, Jack, no, this time the shooting really has to be better. He's hit that right at Mark by 8. He might be hoping that Mark by 8 pre-jumps. Mark by 8 just holds his nerve and waits for the ball to come to him. But this is where Dignitas probably started to get frustrated. They know how many shots they've had. Jack's had 13 shots, Rory's had 11. Says he just 4 shots. Pretty normal shot total for him. And they still don't have a goal to show for all of that pressure. Dignitas, in the bigger picture this weekend, did have a successful event, making top 4. But it wasn't without a struggle or two along the way, like this one. Jack chipping it out into mid. He's going to follow himself. Just tries to fake it out and get a low dunk, but again, good defense as they now put up, what is that, 27 shots between Jack and Joria's. 31 shots in total, if I'm counting this correctly. And JJ Rocks have got 23 saves. That is your 18 since the first minute. Well, 1 minute to go in regulation, and oh no, it's all gone wrong for Dig. Everybody's getting bumped. Just like that, it's over. Look at that stat line. 1,202 points for Stake has 6 saves on the board. 1,013 for Rixie with 9 saves. Mark White's got 8 saves. Some of them are unbelievable. 944 points. Defense really farming score per game in this one. But Dignitas lose the game despite 31 shots in total, and despite forcing their opponents to make 18 consecutive saves without any save at the other end. Just truly unbelievable. Well, let's take a look at the winning goal again. We'll go to, I think it was it Stake POV. They got the double commit. They baited the double commit out of Dig, and that was all they needed. So right here, Stizzy's trying to hit it back into the corner. Jack, he knows he can win the race to this ball, so he's called that he's got it. But yeah, they didn't obviously need to force the issue here. If we look at this POV first, we'll look at the defender POVs after. Like, clinical. I mean, talk about clinical as they take the very first opportunity that comes their way. We'll look at Stizzy POV first of all, see what his view was. I mean, yeah, it's totally fair for him to go for this. If we look again, he's actually trying to pop. He sees where Jack is. He knows Jack's in the back corner. So what Stizzy's trying to do here is pop the ball up in the air. He's hoping Stake commits to this. And then if Stizzy pops it up in the air, Jack has a free aerial. Stake didn't commit though. Stake waited, he faked. And Jack already committed. So this pop that was supposed to be over Stake has just gone over Jack. And now the backboard is open. The bump lands. And Stizzy has no way to recover. Jack's POV, of course, we saw this on the first viewing. We'll take a look at it again. He's obviously got every right to go for this because he's a bit worried that if Stizzy... Well, Jack's worried in this instance if he doesn't immediately go that Rixie might win the race to the ball and it might be a very difficult shot to defend. So that's why Jack is committing here. He's thinking, oh, I don't want to risk not going or hesitating. Don't want to risk hesitating. But right here in this moment, he had to, I think, half flip, bail out of the aerial and let Stizzy get it. But, you know, it's too hard to... It's too hard to pull out of this. The only alternative, of course, would be just yell that he's got it even louder and hope that Stizzy bails. One of them's just got to bail here and let the other hit it because they both have a free touch. And either one of their touches would have been fine. Yeah, they weren't on the same page, and that double commit was costly. And we'll take a look at the bump as well, because this is a key play. Clinical play. Great bump, honestly, by Mark by 8 to completely take the defender out of the game. But there you have it, folks. That is one of the craziest games I've seen. I don't remember seeing a stat line like this, and especially when it came through a sequence. I mean, just look at the look at the bar at the bottom of the screen. That is unreal. So many epic saves. Just from the end of regulation till the end of overtime, it seemed like it was just all JJ Rocks in defense. Have you ever seen a team defend for almost 7 minutes straight and then win? I can't remember seeing a game like this in a while, so I thought I'd show it to you guys. But that's all for this one. No other game like this weekend. This one really did stand out. JJ Rocks coming out on top. They did lose the series in 5, and Dignitas went on to make a run to top 4. So overall, a pretty successful event for them, and something that they can build on throughout the split. JJ Rocks, cool showing. They're going to need more offense. I think you need to be able to get out of defense more easily than this if you're going to be able to compete at the top level and make pushes into top 8s, maybe top 6, and who knows, maybe even a top 4. But that's all we got time for this one, guys. As I said earlier, links in description for the nextrank.com course or the nextrank.com/free if you want to check out the free course. Join the Discord, be a part of the community, and also check out Chalkcast. Links for Chalkcast in the description as well. We've had some banger episodes recently. Had Farah on for a live episode, Justin on for a live episode recently as well. It was really interesting to talk to those guys about what they've been up to. And yeah, check out the Patreon for over 90 bonus episodes if you want even more Chalkcast in your life. But thanks for watching this one. If you like this style of video, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you soon for more RLCS breakdowns and show matches.